Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Mothering in Style, where I share my love for fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and bring you along on my motherhood journey. So in today's video, we have a haul of everything that I bought whilst I was in the US. So I don't think I've shared on here before, but if you follow me on other platforms, you'll know both my sisters live in America. My older sister lives in Seattle and my younger sister lives in North Carolina. She was turning 30, so I flew out there to spend the week with her. We had a really nice sister week, the three of us. I didn't realise how much I needed a child-free week, a husband-free week. It was just amazing. It was blissful. So obviously I went out there saying that I wasn't gonna shop and I didn't really need anything. However, I ended up buying a lot more than I planned to, but I'm fine with it. I'm really happy with my purchases, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off quickly with some beauty and accessories and then get into the clothing. I'm not gonna lie, the clothing is the juicy part, so stick around for the clothing. But just to show you quickly some beauty bits that I bought. I got the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector. This is the orange one. I think there's like 3 different shades that they do with this. If you've watched any of my other makeup tutorials, you'll know that I normally use the LA Girl Orange Corrector, which is good, but I much prefer this. I borrowed my sister's while I was there and then I was like, yeah, I love this. So I bought another one, really easy to blend out. I prefer the shade of this as well. The LA Girl one is richer. This I find blends out really easily, still color correct enough for me, and it's a nice consistency and all of that. So far, really liking it. Next, I got the Milani Blushing Berry number 130 blush. It's called Cheek Kiss Cream Blush. I'll be honest, I don't know if I knew this was a cream blush when I bought it, because when I opened it, I was surprised. But I don't know if I've just forgotten, because I feel like I need more powder blushes because all my blushes are cream. But maybe I did know, I don't know. So far, I only tried this out for the first time today, and is the camera picking it up? I'm not sure. But I do really like it. I'm not normally a pink blush person. I'm more of like an orange or a red blush, but I've been seeing loads of dark skinned girls on TikTok wearing like really bright pink pigmented blushes, and it looks beautiful. So this is me dipping my toe in. I don't know if I'm giving bright pink blush today, but this is me dipping my toe in anyway. Oh, I also got another one of the e.l.f. Putty Blush. This is actually a different formula, which I didn't realise when I bought it. It's the Luminous Putty Blush, which is supposed to have more of a sheer kind of luminous finish. And I'll be honest, had I realised that, I wouldn't have bought this, because that's not really my thing. I'm not loving this one. Isla del Sol is the shade. It's like a super bright orange, which is right up my street. I don't even feel like the camera's picking up how orange it is in real life. It's like almost luminous orange. I don't love this, to be honest. I just find that when I use it, I don't use a lot of, I don't use my fingers with a lot of products. And I find that when I use this, if I use a brush, it's like the brush is picking it up and it ends up being like patchy. It doesn't smooth out. So I end up having to use my finger to kind of smooth it out. That's just its swatch so that you can see the shade a bit better, but I would still say it's brighter than it's kind of looking here. But it is a gorgeous shade. I'm just not liking the luminous finish. I much prefer the original formula. But that's my fault for not reading it before I bought it. Next, I got some shades. Now, I know in my last haul, I already opened like two new shades, I think. Was it 2 or 3 new shades? But these are different to what I have. So they're like a nude. Yeah, the frame's nude, and then the actual lens is like a really dark brown. I was really on the fence about these, and it was my older sister who was like, you have to get them, they look really good. And you know what? Now I absolutely love them. And I just think for spring especially, a white pair of sunglasses always looks really good. I actually much prefer that these are nude and that they're giving a softer look than when they're white and they're super stark. I think that's why I like these so much. And also, I love that these are a slightly different shape to what I would normally wear. I would normally wear like a big cat's eye kind of sunglasses, but this rectangular shape, I'm finding them quite flattering. I feel like they are a vibe. Let me know what you think in the comments, but I love these. I absolutely love them. These were, I want to say they were like $20. They weren't expensive, and they were from this store that's called Lulu Boutiques. I will put their Instagram handle at the bottom. I'm not sure if they deliver like worldwide, but I'll have a look and I will add it as a comment below on the screen. Love these, very, very happy with them. Okay, now to get on to the exciting stuff, which is the clothing that I bought. So the first clothing item that I got is this shirt. This was from a store called Francesca's, I think. And it's just super simple, green and white stripe, classic button-down shirt. I love shirts in general. Actually, as I was unpacking and putting this away, I realized that I have like 10 shirts in my wardrobe. But I just think shirts are timeless. They don't go in and out of style. I think they suit every body shape, body type, style, like personal style, everything. So yeah, it's a simple, regular shirt. I've just wrapped it this way because this is my favorite way to style shirts, but let's get on to the exciting vintage bits. So this trip really reignited my love for vintage shopping. I used to be a big vintage shopping kind of girl, especially at uni and after uni. I used to vintage shop a lot, but I haven't done that in such a long time. And kind of like the charity shopping side of things I used to do, but near me, the charity shops are not saying anything. I do think that's the first place that you should look for certain items. There are certain items that are just great to pick up vintage. And I went to one particular store that was called Honey Pot Boutique. I'll put the handle on the screen. If you're ever in Asheville, North Carolina, that store is amazing. It's very curated, so it's not as much like you're raking through a million things. It's a bit more curated and there's a lot to choose from, but everything's good. It's not like a load of rubbish, which some of them can be a bit like, if that makes sense. So first thing is this leather biker jacket, which was the first item that I purchased. So the first day we went there, I tried this on. I absolutely loved it, but I left it because it had this mark on the shoulder, which I just felt like for $90, I felt a bit upset about this. However, I then went home and thought about this jacket for 24 hours. And I feel like when that happens, that's when you know it's meant for you. It's meant to be. If you're thinking about something a day later, 2 days later, like it's really on your mind and you haven't let it go in your heart, I just feel like that's a sign that you have to go back and get it. So I took the sign and I went back and purchased it. I'll obviously put in the cutaways of me styling it, but what I love about this jacket is the fact that it has shoulder pads in. It's got like real 80s shoulder pads. It's also got kind of a balloon sleeve detail where the sleeve here is a bit bigger and it tapers down to this sleeve with this like seaming detail here, which tapers the sleeve in. It's really nipped in at the waist, has this back detail, the belt around it. It's just a classic biker jacket. And to me, this is like a staple in someone's wardrobe forever. And the one that I have is a little bit tight now. I've had it for a few years and it's a bit tight now, but I feel like even that one, I had it for like 5 years or something. I bought that in a boutique in China and I've had that for at least longer than that. It must be 7 or 8 years. So you always get your money's worth out of a good biker jacket. I 100% recommend trying to get them vintage, but you do need to accept sometimes they are gonna have like some sort of damage to them. But to me, I could go and buy like a Zara biker jacket, for example, but it's the same one that everyone's got. Like, I love that this jacket is a bit unique and is something a bit different, and I can already anticipate people asking me where I got this. And is anyone else like me? If you buy something and someone is constantly asking you, like people are constantly asking you where you got it from, every time I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth. Like in compliments, I'm getting my money's worth. Like that's literally how I feel. It's like affirmation that yeah, you made the right decision. You should have bought this. Next is probably a little bit Marmite. It's another leather jacket in red. This has kind of these, is that suede? It's got like this crop suede on the shoulders, on both sides and across the back. and then has that same material as kind of like a little belt here with some buttons. It's really nipped in. You'll see when I try it on that it's very waisted, like super tight in at the waist. Again, we've got a bit of a full-on 80s sleeve going on. This one was $70. I did feel like this store was a bit more expensive. When we went to other vintage places following this, I was like, yeah, that shop was a bit expensive. But they did have the best pieces out of everywhere that I went vintage shopping in Asheville. They had the best pieces. So I guess that's why. But the quality of the leather on this is great. Really nice quality. There was no like marks or anything on this one. This made in Korea. Don't know the brand. Don't care. I just love it. It is very like Michael Jackson Thriller, but again, to me, this is something that is the outfit. So I'm probably just gonna style it with jeans, probably with like a low top that you can't see, so that it's just the jacket, and then some earrings. If I was a red lip girl, I'd be wearing a red lip, but you know, I'm probably gonna have a nude lip. And this is just gonna be the outfit on its own, and it's a statement piece. And I think I mentioned this in my previous video. I'm all about getting statement pieces for my wardrobe now. I feel like I have all the staples and now I want exciting things, and this to me is exciting. So, coat number 3 is a suede coat or jacket. It's kind of like, I would describe this as a long line bomber, but is it really a bomber shape? I think it is. Again, it has shoulder pads. I'm literally just in my shoulder pad era. I don't know why, but that's where I am. And I just love the structure that shoulder pads add to an outfit and add to a look. I've always loved that in blazers, in coats, in everything. So this is very in keeping with like my personal style. This is real suede. Again, it's really good condition. What caught my eye about this were these leather motifs that are all over the front. So down the front and kind of the sleeve, it's got these leather motif details, and then they also follow through to the back, this like leather motif at the back. And that to me, again, it's such a unique piece, and I'm just gonna be able to style this with such a simple outfit. So I'm literally thinking jeans, white tee, this jacket, nice jewelry, and maybe my silver heels. It's a look. Like, that is a look. But the fact that it's just something to chuck on over a simple outfit, I think those are the statement pieces that you wear the most. Statement pieces that are really hard to style, you end up wearing like once or twice. But something like this that I can chuck on over like the simplest of outfits, and it's just gonna zhuzh me up. It's just gonna make me look a bit special. That to me is something I'm gonna get loads of wear out of. But I think it's a great jacket for this sort of timing, going into spring, and it'll be a great jacket for early autumn. It's a really good transitional piece, and that is why I absolutely love it. Final item is this trench coat. As you know, I already own a trench coat, a kind of natural beige trench coat, which to me is just like a staple spring piece. But I found this one. This was in a different place. This was like a traveling vintage trunk show, and the stuff there was super affordable. It was so cheap, but I could hardly find anything in my size, to be honest. So this was only $22, which I could not believe. It has this kind of cross-back detail, which is really cool, like this crossed stone flap. It's got all your classic trench details of like the cuffs, which are adjustable. Obviously, it's double-breasted. It's also got the stone flap here. It's just great. The only thing that was upsetting about this is it is missing a belt, which I feel like it needs. So, not sure what I'm gonna do about that. I need to come up with a plan. But it's super long. It's literally a maxi length. You'll see that when I style it. And it has shoulder pads. What can I say? I'm a shoulder pads girl. I love it. So even though it has this raglan sleeve, which normally isn't my favorite, I normally prefer like a set-in seam here, but I think because of the shoulder pads, it gives you that structure. It's really lightweight. My other trench is much heavier, so it's really lightweight, which is perfect for spring. And I love that it's maxi. In my opinion, the longer a trench coat, or any kind of coat is actually, the longer a coat is, the better. They just look so much more chic, like They make you look like you put more effort in. Again, there's just something really polished about a long coat. And my long wool coat, I threw over a tracksuit and I feel like I look so finished in it. So extra long coats for the win. It's very oversized, but you know I love an oversized number. I think it's something that I'll definitely only really wear open. I can't see myself wearing this clothes. And I love that it's in like a khaki colour over the neutral colour that I already own, so it offers something different to my wardrobe. So I love it. Let me know in the comments what your favourite item is. I'm kind of between the leather biker jacket and the suede bomber with the leather motifs. I think they're my favourite things, but I know the biker jacket is the thing that I'm going to wear the most. Hands down, I'm going to be wearing that for years to come, and it's something that I can wear pretty much all year round apart from when it's super hot. So that is probably my top item. But let me know what your favourite is in the comments down below. I hope that this video will inspire you to try out some vintage shopping, some secondhand shopping. It is something that I haven't done for so long, but this has just reignited a passion for it for me. And if that is something that you're interested in, my top items that I would recommend to buy secondhand are definitely trench coats, blazers. Look in the men's section. Men's blazers in vintage shops and secondhand shops are the best blazers that you can buy. And I found an amazing one. I'll insert it here, which I really wanted to buy, but I was already going overboard and my sister loved it, so I let her have that one. But men's blazers, definitely great. Leather jackets, anything denim, denim jackets, denim shirts, denim skirts, jeans, like those fabrics last a really long time, so you'll tend to find things that are still in really good condition. And also coats, like proper coats, like wool coats and things like that, again, they really last, so you'll tend to find things that are doing quite well rather than things that are looking a little bit raggedy. But if you want to see more kind of tips on vintage shopping, secondhand shopping, I could even do a little vlog. Let me know what you would like to see in the comments down below. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. I would love to have you join the family. Drop me a comment down below. I always reply to everyone, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.